let's go back to your teaching, right? So you're teaching in high school. How long did you teach?
10 years.
So like you teach for a decade. I bet your class was awesome to take because I bet they wanted to hear more about your story. Did you keep it a secret from them?
It's changed. You know, it's so interesting. Is it okay if I don't want to be political, but is it okay if I just say something that happened recently that like definitely was upsetting, I think. So I taught that class. It was wildly popular. And I had a lot of students that went into national security careers, which obviously is really, really cool. But I was on News Nation. I do national security for them. I do a little bit of crime as well. And it was after the assassination of the United Healthcare CEO. They had asked me whether or not, you know, they should have protection, those kinds of like very basic, nothing controversial. And I had talked about how, yeah, I felt like that they should, and like we don't take matters into our own hands and assassinate people, you know, like those kinds of things, nothing controversial. And I had a former student who on Twitter or X or whatever the heck we want to call it now, said, you know, hey, Mrs. Walder, you know, he's only killed one person. You are a baby killer and have killed so many people in Afghanistan in your job, and you brainwashed minds, you know, when I had you as a teacher. And I received over 10,000 death threats that day. I had to pull my daughter out of school and hire private security.
Oh my
because
goodness.
It got over 6 million views.
We live in a civilized nation. We are civilized people. You don't just go around killing. I don't care.
It made me really sad.
Disgusting.
It basically went to show me that like my service probably doesn't mean a whole lot. It's obviously more controversial than what I thought. I didn't.
Yeah, but it's also because you got to think these kids they are fucked.
He's 28 now.
So he was 28 when he said that?
Yeah.
She? Mm-hmm. Okay, but think about it. These kids are so fucked. They are. They're so fucked. They literally like they have the access to nonstop news over and over and over again. And that assassination was just everywhere, and people were trying to justify it and say it was, and it doesn't matter. Like we live in a world where like law is we live by a set of rules, and we don't just murder people on the streets.
Yes.
But these kids have now they have these groups of kids that are like, oh, these healthcare CEOs, and they are scumbags. Like the healthcare system is all completely screwed, right?
It's totally screwed.
Murdering people is not the way to fix it.
No.
That's not going to do, it does nothing. No. That literally did nothing. Mm-mm. Now they're just going to hire somebody else for that job, and he's going to do the same shit, or he or she is going to do the same job. Like they're not going to be like, oh, we better change. You know why? Because they got to make a bottom line. So they don't care. That's why it's like, it's silly to think that you're going to make a difference by just going out and murdering somebody that is literally high. Like, I don't get it. I just don't understand why I'm sorry that happened to you, because at the end of the day, your kids are the ones who pay the price. You know, it's, cause they get pulled out of school. They're scared. They don't know what's going on. How old are your kids?
She's 9.
Yeah. So she's probably terrified, like has no clue what's going on.
No, yeah.
Like she doesn't understand any of that at 9 years old. They shouldn't have to. So I'm sorry that happened to you. So that's what
service like weaponized like that, if that makes
sense. Well, you did all of that work. You did all of that work, and you did it for the right reasons. And then you could have just kept doing it. And instead you came back and you decided to teach and share knowledge with people. And now you're being demonized. You just don't come off as the type of person to indoctrinate somebody. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know you well, but we've been talking for an hour now, and I don't seem like...
I am not interested in indoctrinating anyone.
Yeah, you don't seem like the brainwashing type. No. So, and that's the problem with like social media, is that like one person can start they could start a fire, that never had to happen and shouldn't have happened. And now you're being attacked by over 10,000 people threatening your life that don't even know you or know anything about you. They're just like, oh, this person doesn't like him, so I don't like him either.
Very weird.
And that's where like, Scott Mann was talking about this, about how like they've created this like digital tribe.
Yeah.
With social media, where you get like these digital tribes, and it's not real life. It's not real. There's no accountability because there are no consequences.
And then when there are consequences, like this woman had a consequence for her actions, they can't deal with them.
No.
Because they don't have like this.
What ended up happening with that? Did you like, I mean, you had to.
I reported her to the police. And the best part was, instead of her calling the police, her parents called the police and said that she was just too busy studying for exams.
What? If she's so busy, then why is she writing tweets threatening my life?
Also, like, let me ask you this question. Would your parents seriously like go in your place to the police station, or would they haul your ass down there or just say, you're on your own, dude? Like,
yeah, you're on your own at 28 years old. Are you kidding me? Liz, I've been on my own since I was 14. All right.
Yeah.
Like, and there was nobody coming. There's nobody taking me anywhere. I was taking myself.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, mine would have been like, this seems like a you problem.
Why are you still taking exams at 28 years old?
I don't know. She might be in like a PhD program, or I really don't care or know.
It doesn't matter. You got to show up. That just shows you how fucked we are. Oh. We are. I mean, like, you're 28 years old and you're like, send your parents down there. And it's their fault. It's their fault because they enable their child to act that way.
I agree.
It's that simple. They're the brainwashers. They've brainwashed them into thinking they can just do whatever they want. There's no consequence. And don't worry, mom and dad will save you.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable to me.